Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lidia. I'm from PBIA. The book title is How to Analyze People by James Williams. Chapter 1, Body Language. One of the easiest ways to analyze other people is to look at their body language. How a person holds themselves, moves, and even speaks can tell you a lot about them. Everyone has plenty of variation between their mannerism, and there's no exact way to tell what makes up a person. Culture differences. Every person is different, and sometimes how one person holds their body has a different meaning than someone who stands the same way. There are plenty of ways that a person's body language differs, so it's important to remember that not everything about a certain body movement is 100% true for a very person. This is especially important to remember when talking to people with different cultural backgrounds. Studying others' movements. Once you become more aware of body movements and what they might represent, you can start studying them when interacting with different people. Everyone you come in contact with uses their body to represent different things. Some people are closed off and others might be more open. There are some small differences you could tell just by observing someone's body language. When studying other people and yourself, it's important to try and act natural as well. It can be easy to become hyper aware of your movements, but know that you don't have to hold your body a certain way. Not everyone is aware of body movements as others might be, so at the end of the day, don't look into your own movements too much. Signals. Everyone has different body language cues that they use as signals between cultures, genders, and ages. Different movements someone makes with their bodies can be conscious or subconscious, signals that they are giving to the people around them. Signals let other people know bits of information without having to say anything at all. And how your body language affects you. Uh, Body language can affect you in open your mind and improve your memory. And there is verbal cues, emphasis cues, organizational cues, what's your pitch when you talk to other people, and listening to others, and how you apologizing to others. And there is the power of your body, which there is physically and non-physically. When there is non-physically, that smiling is important when you talk to someone or when you want to pursue someone. Chapter 2, Human Psychology. Creating vulnerability. Other responds well when one presents themselves as vulnerable. Humans connect at societal, human, and animalistic levels. In all three of those categories, vulnerability is sought in order to make connections. You can try to ask for help and ask for more to gain connection with other people. Making connections. Making connections is an important part of analyzing and pursuing another person. No one wants to do favors for someone they have no relationship with. No one will be able to have a genuinely happy relationship with a person that they don't feel anything for. Some people are harder to make connection with. So the way you can making connection, you can use their name or practicing by mirroring behaviors and flattery get used everywhere. The power of words. You, because, free, instantly, and new. These are the most powerful words in the English language. There is psychological theories. There is priming, amplification, hypothesis, and scarcity effect. Chapter 3, Subliminal Persuasion. The idea of subliminal persuasion involves convincing someone to do something below their conscious level, but it's not about manipulation. The trick to subliminally persuading someone is to exude as much confidence as possible. And there is body language techniques, and also keep speech clear. An important part of subliminal persuasion is to actually speak clearly about what you want. Framing conversations. It can be incredibly helpful to lay out the framework for the conversations that you'll be having with others. Framing is important because it helps build the foundation of your persuasion. It's also important to include the bumps and consequences you might face so you can properly prepare for those as well. You can choose positivity and plan your outcome. Physically persuasion. How you physically look can be very persuasive for another person. Not everyone is physically large, so they might feel as though they can stand up to others. You can choosing what to wear and skin is very important to persuading someone. The last is NLP tactics. NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. The idea is to look at the neurology, linguistics, and programming of a person to help determine what it is about them that makes them a unique individual. The tactic is switching up psychology, visualization, and taking away the ability to say no. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.